Yeah, that's aggressive title. I know that. That's aggressive thumbnail. I know that too. You know, you want to know the reason why? It's because I'm emotional. Oh my god. So to make a long story short, I made a video like this a couple years ago where people was making hot takes over anime takes. And I did a video talking about King Vader's take over Super Saiyan being considered a friendship power-up. And his fan base and him didn't like that. And they made me seem like I was being a jerk / you know, conceited, whatever. I decided to like kind of show off and kind of dress like how people portray me as a little bit, you know, with the shirt out, the chest out, a little bit of that action going on. But usually I've been avoiding these type of conversations because with Dragon Ball, most fan bases, you can't really have a civil conversation. You can't. But Twitter has changed their algorithm. And now I have no choice but have to deal with a lot of unnecessarily bad Dragon Ball takes. And I've been trying to avoid it, but there's no avoiding it. And I decided to have a little bit of fun here because my fan base likes it when I am just being just loud and obnoxious and funny, I guess. And I haven't made a funny video in a while. But first things first, this video is being made on Martin Luther King Day. So respect to the king, unless you're like B. Simone. I can't stand this girl. But respect to Martin Luther King, of course. You got to give respect there, unlike someone I just mentioned. So, like I put this at the beginning of the video, do not like go after these people, say negative stuff about it. Come on, let's be adults here. Even though if you've been with me since last year, we all know adults can't take criticism either way. So just don't go witch hunting any of these people right here. So I'm cutting that out, putting this at the beginning of the video, and let's continue where we left off. And for all content creators whose name is listed or your name is listed in this video, for the love of God, understand these are jokes and my personality and all this energy is for entertainment. In real life, I don't care what you think about Dragon Ball. I don't care if you think Vegeta's the greatest character since a slice of bread or you think Goku's the worst dad ever, blah, 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 blah. Every time I make any jokes on this channel about any of these takes, it's for comedy and jokes. So don't get on your high horse thinking that I am going on a witch hunt. Because I remember I made fun of a couple YouTubers being mad that Super Saiyan Blue Evolution wasn't good as Ultra Instinct. And they went on Twitter blasting me. So understand that this is coming from a comedic standpoint. If you can't handle that, I don't know what to tell you. And also, if I sound conceited or I sound like I am talking like I'm better than people, I am not trying to be that. But if you keep hearing that, I don't know what to tell you. I am just trying to be funny. Now, I've been haunted by this image ever since Slick Goku had to put this image of Kingpin, which is from the Daredevil 2000s movie, smoking a cigar saying, "Give me your hardest Dragon Ball hot takes." And like I said before, Twitter has updated their algorithm where I like Dragon Ball and my favorite character is Goku. But for some reason, Twitter be like, hey, based off your likes, let's recommend you nothing but takes saying that Goku's the worst character ever and Dragon Ball low-key sucks and never been good. Surprising, right? I have to say I gotta give TikTok the dub because actually their suggestions are actually something I like half of the time. Animals, booty, and comedy. So let's list out some of the hot takes. And there's gonna be, and of course, not all of them I'm gonna hate, of course. There's gonna be some ones that I like and some ones I dislike, but I just had to get my feelings out here, so let's get this started. So, from Lord Mayo, hashtag to release the Snyder Cut. Or the Snyder, or whatever, I don't know what else is saying. Here's 10 of my controversial hot takes. I couldn't get past the first one. GT characters aren't weak in comparison to super characters. It's actually a more close fight than people realize. So, as a power skeleton, I love how I kept saying I'm not trying to talk conceited, where, you know, the shirt's out, the opinions are out, and it gotta be like that. Dragon Ball GT factually doesn't have that many universal statements outside the end where you have the Universal Spirit Bomb and Omega Shinron. You can power scale it up to some crazy stuff, but factually Dragon Ball Super is like the first Dragon Ball like any content where they actually showed universal feats in like the beginning of the arc. So no, this is like objectively wrong, right? That's how I feel about it. If you can disagree. Dragon Ball Minus is the worst in Dragon Ball Evolution. I disagree. Let's just say it. I disagree. Dragon Ball AF, Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, just Yeah, no. Like Dragon Ball AF is so convoluted. We don't even know who made the original Dragon Ball AF. So it's a very weird take to make, to be honest with you. So yeah, I disagree with that. Sorry, Lord Mayo. Goresh got a big guy in the Dragon Ball Dokkan in what's the other one? It's Dokkan in Legends. Yeah, Legends. So he's like a good translator and that type of stuff. Half of Dragon Ball hot takes are just people thinking of outrageous statements to make for attention, whether they believe in them or not. 100% agree. I can end the video right here, to be honest with you, but I'm not. But yes, 100% agree with Goresh right there. Next up, we got TC Dynamite 12. Boost Saga is the best saga of Dragon Ball Z. Now, the reason why I think people feel this way is because a lot of Dragon Ball fans, especially my generation, grew up on the Budokai games, the Budokai Tenkaichi games, and all they care about is fusions. Kid Boo's like the greatest villain ever, even though this nigga don't talk. He don't have a word. There's so much convoluted stuff in this arc. Piccolo's damn near useless as well. Like, again, there's Ultimate Gohan, there's Vegito, there's the Boos, but it's definitely not better. Like, come on, Frieza and Cell clear Boo as a villain. Let's be completely real here. Next up, we got Omega Pro. I think I mess with his streams, even though his takes can be a little bit crazy, and I disagree with a lot of them. But let's get moving here. So we don't ever need another series. The best thing for the franchise is just to keep releasing movies every 2 to 3 years. No, I refuse. I'm trying to get past the end of Z, and I don't need another Dragon Ball Super movie where it does pretty well, but it messes up like key points such as Goku not knowing meditation, or just like random stuff here and there. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the movies. I like Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. I like Resurrection F to an extent. And I like Broly and all this other stuff. But like pacing, all that stuff, you're going to get a Dragon Ball Super Broly where it's like a lot of just action, but there's no story. We're going to Dragon Ball Super Hero where there's some good story here and there, but the action is weird. I'd rather have an anime. That's all I have to say there. So I disagree with Omega Pro there. We got D-Young, one of the Cloud Brothers out here or I guess the Three Idiots as they rebranded themselves. The Zamasu arc, or the Future Trunks saga, is the most compelling arc in Dragon Ball until the awful ending. Now, I'm one of the people who actually likes the Super Spirit Bomb Sword Trunk stuff. I know it's dumb, but I like it. But yeah, I have to agree that the Chekhov's gun that they started with the whole Zamasu, not the Zamasu button, the Omni King button or Xeno button, I felt like it was, not needed. We could have had like them fighting universe-infused Zamasu, but I still think the ending where you have Trunks and Mai go off to the timeline created for them, and Trunks seeing Gohan and crying, I think that's still a good ending though. But I do have to agree, it could have been way better. It just would have stuck with Trunks beating Fuse Zamasu. We got Aaron Schmidt. Sorry if I murdered these names. Mazuko Nozawa is a legend of a voice actor, and she was great as Kid Goku, but I wish they changed the voice actor for adult Goku. Now, I know a lot of people, ever since Dragon Ball Super came out, because we already had our Kaiser Nekos who already love Mazuko, Mazuko Nozawa, but I have to kind of agree, but I still love Nozawa. I think overall, if you go watch the original Dragon Ball Z audio, like the Japanese audio, she's a legend. She's been killing the game. So I like that they did that in the American dub. Don't know if I would like it in Japanese, because listen, I'm American. Most of y'all American who watch my channel, y'all can't tell the difference. That's why people be talking about like, yo, the dub is so bad. You don't know what they're really saying in the Japanese that well anyway. You're just reading the sub. It just sounds cool to you. So I'm not really mad at that take. We got 6, the king of bad takes. Death having little to no meaning in Dragon Ball is a good thing, and I love it. I have to agree. Like, yeah, like Dragon Ball is one of the only franchises that can pull off the whole death not really meaning anything. Outside of, like, of course, you have like the wish limit. Like, you only can be brought back at a certain amount of time. If you die of natural causes, you can't be brought back. Unless, I guess, you get the Super Dragon Balls, then, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So, I agree with 6 here, even though I just dissed him low-key. Okay, we got Panda. Oh, there goes my Snapchat. We got Pandem. Okay, he has a P there for some reason. Author. Goku not stepping out so Gohan could be the front center was a major mistake. Now, I've been seeing this take since I've ever been online as a Dragon Ball fan. People keep saying Gohan should have been the main guy. They screwed him over. It was always meant to be. Listen, Gohan is a character where I think he should be in the main cast, but I don't think he's ever really meant to be the main character of Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball itself, and also I know people are going to get, if this video blows up, people are going to be like, why he says Dragon Ball like that? But Dragon Ball itself is meant for a character who loves to continuously breaking his limits and go adventure. Gohan's a character where like he needs a balance, and having an MC like that, in my personal opinion, doesn't work too well with Dragon Ball. I think the closest we ever got to is Trunks, but even then, it's like Trunks is only a character because he's trained by Gohan, and he's only a character based on what Goku has built. So Gohan he can have moments being the main character, but I don't think he can be the true titular main character of Dragon Ball. At least in my personal opinion. We got Seth. Let's see. OG Dragon Ball is the most mid-S ever read. I think he's low-key trolling, but I do say I like Dragon Ball Z more than Dragon Ball. But I think Dragon Ball, the OG, has some great stuff. Like, the Goku versus Piccolo fight is still probably the best Dragon Ball fight of all time. The only things to compete with it is Goku versus Frieza, Goku versus Cell. I even like Goku versus Jiren Loki. But, yeah, no, I think OG Dragon Ball is still up there, so I have to disagree with this take. Goku Black being Goten is generally a better idea. Hell no. Hell no. I disagree. Ash, I disagree. Coral, Super Saiyan Blue is the most boring Super Saiyan transformation of all time. Like, this kind of gets back, and I even have to call out some people who follow me, like Redhead Henry, with this whole, like, recolor equal bad, even though my homie's whole franchise of Evil Goku is just built off recolors and making every iteration of Goku a recolor. Like, we've seen these recolor arguments all day long, and they're missing out context. Like the same people who don't like recolors love 10 times Kamehameha from Dragon Ball GT or Final Shine. Context matters. And Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan being the Saiyans taking the power of Super Saiyan God and making it their own direction. And the fact that it's been around for so long, being able to use Super Saiyan Blue Evolve, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and the fact that I love the aura, I love how they built it from the ground up. Like even Vegeta, like he didn't even need the ritual, depending on what continuity, because some people only like played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I think he did the ritual as well. But I love it. I actually love Super Saiyan Blue. Like it doesn't need the most unique design of all time. Granted, I missed that they used to draw Goku with the extra bang up here. But yeah, I love Super Saiyan Blue. I disagree with this take, even though it's a very popular take. It's not really a hot take. You got Long Beach Griffey making a whole video talking about how bad Super Saiyan Blue is and ignoring Ultra Instinct and everything like that. So, whatever. We got Cursey talking about Super Saiyan 4 better than any transformation from Super. Super Saiyan 4 is literally is just a shout out to the Monkey King and doesn't do anything unique. Anything. All it does is take from Dragon Fist, which is from Dragon Ball Z Movie 13, where Super Saiyan 3 made that a thing. The coolest thing it ever did was probably being Gogeta. But even then, Gogeta in Dragon Ball GT doesn't have really any cool moves. Even Big Bang Kamehameha looks lame in the anime. I made a whole video talking about that. It looks cool in the games, but like Super Saiyan 4, the coolest thing it has is like 10 times Kamehameha, which is its own thing. But everything else it does, any other form can do. I like the design, don't get me wrong, but I care about what more a form can do than just looking cool. And it's kind of edgelordy. Again, doesn't make it bad. I'm just saying I like Ultra Instinct, and I like some things that Super Saiyan Blue does a lot more than Super Saiyan 4. We got wrestlers, actually. I remember I blocked this girl because I got tired of seeing it. I'm sorry. Every time I see, ha ha, Goku's the horrible dad, give me some likes. I get tired of it. Like I remember Senna did the same thing. I get tired of it. I really do. And Queen Zelina, I don't follow the WE like that anymore, but react to this anime hot take. Goku's a horrible father. And another wrestler, I think, came in and said, who cares? He saved the entire universe so many times. Besides Chi-Chi, Gohan, Goten, all love him so. Here's my thing. How can you call a person a bad dad where he sacrificed his life to save yo ass like over 2 times? I don't really understand that. Most of y'all, like a lot of people's dads can't even come back from a milk trip, but you're going to talk about Goku. Like, I never understood this take. It's a dumb take. And that's why I kind of regret that Gohan's leaning more into like the Piccolo outfits. And someone's knocking on my door, probably like male. But yeah, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like the guy sacrificed his life. He tried to be there once he's there. And also for the people who keep saying Piccolo is a better dad than Goku, he was only there for 6 months training Gohan. That's it. Like if I already did a whole video talking about this based off Senna and Dr. Doyo's video. It's a dumb take. I disagree. Let's move on. Sailing Scholar, even though we follow each other on Twitter and everything, I've never agreed with this nigga. He always says some really hot takes for some reason. Super Dragon Ball Heroes is better than Dragon Ball Super Anime, and it replaced it. Most likely he's trolling. Either way, 1 out of 10. Terrible take. Throw in the trash. Throw in the garbage. It's bad. Now, my boy Dr. Love, a take that I agree with. Goku is way better character than Vegeta, even in Super. I have to agree. Like, don't get me wrong. All this aside, Vegeta's a way better character than Dragon Ball Super, way better. Like less of a hater. He has a lot more going on. He has his own forms. He has his own techniques. But I still think Goku overall is a better character. Just my personal opinion. I'm biased. Next up, we got Takahata 101 from Team 4-Star. The stupefied during the Lord Slug fight was amazing. I have to agree. I still remember when I watched that with the American like dub and music. When he caught that man's fist, iconic. Iconic. I don't care what any hardcore fan who thinks always the Japanese OST is the best. I love that. Love it every single time. The Buu Saga. Oh yeah, this is from 8, I guess, with candles. The Buu Saga is better than the Saiyan and Cell Saga by miles. Super Saiyan 1 and SS3 and SS4 are the best forms, and it's not even close. No. No. That's all I gotta say to that. It's a bad take. It is, yeah, the Buu Saga is better than the Saiyan Saga, which is arguably the best saga in Dragon Ball, period. I have to disagree. The God forms from Lord Chef introduced in the worst way compared to any other forms thematically in the series, especially Vegeta more than Goku. Especially for Vegeta more than Goku, Resurrection F is the worst Dragon Ball piece of media ever made. This is like what I talk about when I see on Twitter. They pick something that is like criticized by like super elitist anime fans, especially Dragon Ball fans, kind of like in the anime AJ group where like they're really great at art and they're really great at knowing animators, but they have all these very kind of like low-key pompous takes about Dragon Ball. And these guys kind of come together like, yo, Resurrection F kind of looks bad, and also people are still mad that Vegeta didn't get the final kill on Golden Frieza or Frieza. So Resurrection F is not worse than Dragon Ball Evolution and anything like that. Like Resurrection F has not aged that great, especially with all the CGI. But no, it's definitely not bad. Like, come on, let's get real. Let's get real out here. Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. You know, again, I love those forms. I think Super Saiyan God had a great introduction. I think people keep complaining about Super Saiyan Blue when everyone loved Super Saiyan Blue when it first came out compared to God. It's just people kept on comparing it, but people kept on getting mad because it was used a lot in the Universal Rival Saga. But I had to disagree with Lord Chef. We got War Master Holden. Oh, Vegeta's more compelling than Goku. No, I disagree with that. I think Vegeta's a cool rival character, but the whole constantly hating, constantly doing the whole like tsundere, I hate this person, but then I low-key like them, and just I think Vegeta's cool. He's like my top 3 favorite Dragon Ball characters, but he's not more compelling than Goku in my personal opinion. Like, if you like the whole like I'm evil, then I'm not, and then I'm also a good guy, but I also got a little bit edge to me. You're always gonna like that type of character. I perfectly like the good guy, the more consistently good guy. Transformations have became stale and lost their impact by Red Commission closed. I could agree to a certain extent, but I still love Ultra Instinct, perfected Ultra Instinct. I can't stand the idea of true Ultra Instinct. Hope they get rid of that idea or we move past it in some way. I like Gohan Beast. I hope they do some more with him and explain his form. Super Saiyan Raised Trunks is definitely an idea of that. But I like Super Saiyan Rose from Goku Black. I love Ultra Ego, even though he needs to get a W instead of losing every fight. I like Super Saiyan Blue Evolved now. I didn't like it at the beginning because I thought it looked weird, but I like it more now. So I have to like slightly agree, but not fully agree. I think I still like transformations in Dragon Ball. I just hope that we don't make a form that completely like negates Ultra Instinct and everything like that. Then we got Kenny. Vegeta will always be a better character to me than Goku. We get it, Vegeta fans. We get it. Y'all always take every opportunity to do this, okay? So we got Cal's Kingdom. Actually like Super Saiyan Blue. I agree with that take. We got Kaiser Neko, the leader of Team 4-Star. Everything after the Saiyan saga is worse than everything before it, even though there are arguably high points of the sagas afterwards. I agree, but the whole worse than everything before it kind of gives like a negative connotation. There's still great things in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. I'm not gonna lie, there's no arcs in Dragon Ball GT that surpasses the Saiyan saga in high points, in my personal opinion. Like, you know, the Baby saga is cool, but it's not surpassing the Saiyan saga. There's actually some things in Dragon Ball Super, in my personal opinion, that kind of rivals the hype that was the Saiyan saga for me personally. All right, so I finished doing my original take of the Dragon Ball takes or whatever, and then Lotus Exakura, the same man who thought that Goku only had 5 fans, and because of his own bubble, he thought that there was no way that Goku was the most popular character in Dragon Ball, came in with his hot take. So he did the Dragon Ball anime is better than Super, which I highly disagree with because the Super 17 arc exists. The only good arc in Dragon Ball GT is literally the baby arc. Of course, Dragon Ball Super has the Kaba Vegeta arc, but whatever, you know, each to their own. I disagree. Kaba versus Vegeta is better than Hit versus Super Saiyan Blue Goku, Kaioken. Like, listen, let's be real here, Vegeta fans. We get it. I'm so tired. Listen. Kaba vs. Vegeta is mid, all right? I'm glad that Vegeta got his own little oob, but the thing is not like, what are we doing right now, all right? Hell, even Hit versus Vegeta is better than Vegeta versus Kaba, because Vegeta got his shit rocked for the 30th time and it was funny. But Kaba versus Vegeta, this whole like, it didn't really lead into anywhere. Like, I'm glad that Kaba got Super Saiyan 2, did like his own pseudo Final Flash, but like, let's be real. Blue Kaioken put Dragon Ball Super on the map. Okay, before Ultra Instinct, before any of that stuff. So, this is a very terrible take. A take so terrible, I had to get off the phone with my boy Kendall just to record this thing. The original 16 volumes run is by far the best part of the series. I guess. I don't really care about that. The Rage and Blast games are ass, and 1 is better than 2. Like, it's such a weird take because, like, you're going to say the games are bad, but at the same time, one game is less bad than the other. Like, Razor Blast is a really great game, actually. It's for people who keep complaining about Tenkaichi 4, that is literally your Tenkaichi 4. It's just people wasn't mad because it didn't have like 300 characters who had like almost the same moves. Like, Raging Blast is a really great series. Just, yeah, nah. But yeah, final take from Lotus Escort. And actually, let me go right here to Rhyme Style. My boy Rhyme Style. Where is he? The Beerus fanboy himself. I'm getting everybody in the Cloud Squad. All I really need is like a Dato Doya and like an Afro Senju because they're like all in like the same group area. So yeah, here we go. Beerus is still folding anyone in the Dragon Ball universe if he wanted to. Let's be real. Next time he fights for real, they're just going to reveal he's way more powerful. He's pretty much just talking about how Beerus is a poorly written character and he's been surpassed so many times, but they keep moving his goalposts. But at the same time, let's never forget the first time he showed up, Whis one shot him pretty easily, and you know you got Xeno right here riding him like. You're writing like I'm not going to say the joke I want to say because YouTube is going to get on my ass. But yeah, so those are a few little extra takes that I'm going to give in here. This is why I hate Dragon Ball hot takes because I feel like I'm gatekeeping. But what can I say? I don't like these takes. I think they're terrible. Bye-bye. And that is all the hot takes that I gathered here. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do I look like a douche? I got the douche look. You see the shirt's off? I really wanted a cowboy hat to do like the whole sheriff thing, but I don't have one, even though I live in Texas. But let me know in the comment section down below, what hot takes in this video do you agree with? Do you think I should do more videos like this? Again, I like to do this for comedy, for jokes. You know, I'm losing my voice right now. All these people's opinions deserve to be respected. Again, this is not that serious. I've had to do this so many times, all right? I had to deal with a lot of people reacting the wrong way. This is for jokes. We're talking about fiction. And also, support my boy Geekdom because Suecia does not like Dragon Ball YouTubers. So go to his second channel, support him there. I hope I don't get hit with this. And I hope someday YouTube actually fights against Suecia and we don't have to deal with random YouTubers getting their channels taken away because Suecia says, you know what, I don't like opinions. So that's it for me. SonTjXx. Love you. Also, one more thing. If you're still watching, do not give up on your weight lost goals, okay? Because I know it's the beginning of January, or we're in the middle of January now. A lot of people quit their goals. Keep working hard, keep believing in your dreams, and that's all I gotta say there. SonTj, peace, love you all.